Hey, what's up world? This is Eric. Today I'm going to be changing a input speed sensor on a 2000 Hyundai Sonata. Basically for the past few years, this tiny little part here, which I got really cheap, I got for $12, has been making my transmission act chaotic. I thought the transmission was going out on it, so I just kind of ignored it over time, but I finally got it diagnosed and found the part. I got to dig down around into this area here, and it's attached to the engine right down into there, but I got to remove quite a bit of things before I get to there. I'll get to that. First things first, I go ahead and remove these 4 clips here. The air filter. Yeah. Go ahead and take my air filter out. The car's been sitting, so it actually doesn't look all that bad, to tell you the truth. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to take off this whole assembly. So first you're going to want to loosen this clamp here and just kind of give her sweet love and pull her off there. That looks like okay. And once you have that clamp off there loosened up, you basically pull it off, which you'll fight with that. You can disconnect the hose and the wire, but make things simpler on myself for now, I'm going to just flip it up like that so I don't have to mess with the hose and the wire there. Okay, and now I need to remove the lower part of the air intake. There's 2 bolts for that. One right there and one in the back right there. So I'm going to take those off real quick. Alright, now hopefully she should pull out. That's what she said. Alright, somewhere. Alright, stand corrected. There's actually 3 bolts. This next one would be really hard to show on camera. Should be fun trying to get to it, but it is it's right down in there, attached to the side, so I got to come at it like this. So I guess I got to remove the battery, unfortunately. Oh, I'm gonna get to that. Removing the battery now. Alright, with the battery unhooked now and both cables off, I should just lift it right up now. With the battery out, should be able to hit that bolt now. Of course, it helps to be able to see it. Yeah. So basically, right back in there, you're going to need an extension. You can get a hold of that 3rd bolt. Alright, with all 3 bolts out, now I'm going to attempt to pick it up again. Huzzah. So basically you gotta lift it right out to the side like that, and it's feet free. And then a little bit more close to the part. Okay, now that I got the air box lifted up and out of the way, I'll show you guys a little bit more where I'm going for, where we're going for. Oh, by the way, if you need this part, I got it for $12 off Amazon. You can read in the description below and it'll take you right to the part for this one. This looks very, very similar to what I seen of the 2005 model. But if you see right there in the center of the frame, see if I can, there we go. Right there, that is the actual sensor. So much like the 2005, I'm going to have to take the bolts off here and here to be able to pull the arm a little bit out of the way, and then I can take the bolt off for the part. So I'll get to that real quick. So with the pulley arm, 2 bolts removed from the back, now I can get to this part. Basically it's only 1 bolt holding it in and then the wire connection. So I'm going to remove those real quick. Got it out. Had to grab a hold of it with the pliers and pull straight out. Being in the desert, it was buried under a millimeter of sand or so on my engine, so it was a little stuck in there. Had to fight with it, cuss a little, but there it is. That's a $12 part to make a car seem like it's about ready to go to the junkyard. Pretty much from here, I do the reverse. So if you're not good at remembering things, just keep watching. Just to confirm, you always want to make sure you do that. Both parts are the same. Looks good. Yeah, got this for $12 there off Amazon. Don't believe AutoZone. I think they're trying to charge you 70 bucks for this thing. So anyways, I'm gonna get it back in there. See how she does. Got it bolted back into its slot. Now just gotta remember to plug it back in here. Check my connection. Yeah, looks good for being 21 years old. Putting the arm on and the little wire clip. Alright, got it bolted back in there. I went ahead and cleaned up the intake box, make it look a little bit better considering it's where it breathes from. But yeah, basically just gotta push it back onto the pipe here and bolt it back in, starting with the one by the battery, of course. Okay, all 3 bolts are in. Next up would be, of course, to put in the air filter. And I'll get one later, but you probably, if you're in here, I see some of them, people got leaves and stuff, and you probably want to change it. Gives you better fuel efficiency there. Alright, we got that back on. If you're like me and you just flipped it up, you just flip it back down. If not, you gotta hook all those wires and everything back in. That's why I just flipped it up. Put that back on there. And then we come up to our little clamp here. And we want to get this. Alright. Now you fight with that for forever. Go ahead and screw the clamp back down nice and tight. And you make sure the top is on top of here. Get the 2 back clips. Clip those back on. Bam, bam, bam. And next step is to put the battery back in. But seriously, try to have a good day. If you need help getting the battery back in, then I recommend just take your car to a mechanic. Pay them hundreds of dollars. They'll fix it for you. Have a good day.